After the first video, a couple of people asked me on Twitter and one in person, how comfortable is it to actually sleep in the Model S? It is, after all, quite a long, low, sporty type saloon, so can you be comfortable in this car? Well, today we'll have a look and see what you think. So as you can see, sporty saloon, quite a low roof. Is there enough room to sleep in? It's certainly long enough, but let's have a look in more detail. We're looking to convert the car from this to this. And the key element in this is the Dreamcase mattress, specifically made for Teslas. On the top there you'll see the Fair Charge Cup, courtesy of Everything Electric show in Harrogate. And if anybody has an EV or you're thinking of getting an EV, follow their channel, follow them on Twitter, and if you have a few pounds to spare each month, maybe give them a support on Patreon. They're doing more to help reduce the electric charges than anybody else that I can think of. They're representing you in government and doing a lot of good work. Thanks very much, guys. In its packed up form, this weighs 20 kilograms, which isn't particularly light. Karen has a little difficulty moving it around, but when you see what's in it, we have a support that makes the back of the car go completely level. Even when the seats are folded down, there's no lip. You have the mattress in there, you have a duvet in there, you have the duvet cover in there. It's all in one compact, nice case. And when it's not in use but you need to transport it, it fits perfectly behind the back seats, still leaving you plenty of boot space in there. The first thing that we need to do is make sure that the boot is completely empty and lower the rear seats. As you can see, when this is done, there's a ridge there, probably about 2 inches. So if you didn't have the Dreamcase or something similar, it's very uncomfortable. That we tried it before we bought the Dreamcase. We made the mistake of trying that. We packed it out with like folded up rolled towels and trying to basically make the bottom all level. It was an uncomfortable night, shall we say. So once the Dreamcase is unzipped and you've opened everything up, here we have the side paddings. We have these that go on Velcro. These are going to the side of the mattress, just where it widens out near the back doors. But we'll move those and we'll move the duvet, etc. The duvet is very thin, but it's made of a certain material that obviously retains heat. It's very comfortable, and because you can stick the Teslas into camp mode, and most electrics can have you can have your air conditioning running during the night, keep you a constant temperature. You don't need a big thick heavyweight duvet or anything like that. Now the main part of the Dreamcase is this section, which is folds out. I'm just going to put that onto the folded down back seats, then we can see what we do with the case. Now that the case is empty, it needs turning over to make a solid platform, and there is underneath, there's obviously a bit more space because there's some give on the sides of the case. So, as you can see here, so what I'm going to do is turn the whole thing over. This sits into the lower bit there, and it makes it so that we now have a more or less flat level base for the mattress to sit on. Now we need to lay the mattress on top of that, and making sure that the fold down supporting legs that go into the front section, where there's a gap between the headrests of the rear seats, there's some legs that go down and that give support so that your head doesn't go lower during the night if you have your pillows at that end. The main body of the mattress is now in place. and fits nice and snug down to the base of the boot here. So you're right up to the very edge, right up to the sides. We're going to put the side bits on near the doors. That just makes it so it just gives you extra things there. And what we can see is at the same time as these legs there that make it super firm, so that when you have your head on the pillow here, there's no give, you're not dropping down or anything like into the gap there. You can of course obviously store a bit of baggage or luggage under that section as well, although the legs do get in the way a little bit. There are two additional sections at each side of the mattress. As you can see, the Velcro there to attach on. One's wider than the other. The wide one goes at the front, the thinner one goes towards the back. Just put that in. So as you can see, the mattress fits out nicely, comes right up to the doors when the door is closed, and you've got a good solid base here. It's all right, you're not going to go anywhere. You can see how thick the mattress actually is. Now for me it's fine. Now I'm about 70 kilos, wife's probably about 15-16 kilos less than me. She needs a bit of extra padding underneath, so I find it perfectly acceptable softness of mattress. She likes it just a little bit softer, so I don't know, you can adjust it if you want. We're going to put a yoga mat down that she likes to have under the base. Once the yoga mat's in, we're going to put a sheet on just to make it all protected and a bit more comfortable for the night time. And once the fitted sheet is on, it's just a case of adding the duvet and pillows. Now I've got the pillows in the car at the moment, they're back in the house ready for our journey, so I will be adding those later, but I'll put the duvets in now. There we have the Dreamcase fitted, duvet on, ready to sleep. You can keep the air conditioning or heating to the perfect temperature depending on your outside climate obviously. If the battery goes to 20%, the camp mode does stop working, so that you can't leave yourself stranded without any battery to get anywhere. But I always make sure I've got plenty of charge. Use it around about 1% per hour, we found, when we're using the aircon during the night. But I suppose it could be worse if it was really heavy, or not really heavy, a really cold night or a really hot night. You could use a little bit more. But if you allow yourself 35% minimum before you go to bed, I can't see it being an issue for anybody. Because there's just the two of us travelling, an added bonus is that if you actually look under the mattress and under the case, I'll just lift this up, there is sort of like 2 or 3 inches of storage, so you can put like clothing or anything bulky that you're not going to use on your journey, put it under there, it's out of the way, and it's we just leave the bed up. If there's just the two of us, we leave the bed fitted like that, and it works extremely well. If you need to have the seats up in the day to take people out for day trips or whatever, the case, as I showed you before, sits behind the back seats, or you could leave it wherever you're staying. The next thing of course is blocking out the windows. Now for our first couple of trips we didn't have any window blinds. We ordered them in the UK, picked them up when we came over here on our trip. So these are from Test Camp, and I'll show you how they go up in another video. As well as being able to store items under the actual casing or the base of the mattress, you do actually obviously be able to lift this up, and you have access to your under boot storage here, so you can still get into things fairly quickly. Putting the bed up, even with the video, took me around about 11 minutes. Without the video I've done it in just over 5 minutes, so it's very straightforward, very easy to do.